Hey, I'm Abby and welcome back to the Life Work Balance YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you about what you can do when you don't get the job. Before I jump into that, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you're looking forward to learning about this one simple thing that you can do if you don't get the job. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can receive life work balance advice delivered directly to you every Sunday. So, you get the dreaded phone call or the dreaded email notifying you that you are no longer being considered for the position. You might feel a rush of emotions like anger, frustration, embarrassment, depression, things like that. And those are all perfectly normal things to feel. And you don't want to burn your bridge with this potential employer. Yes, while it is disappointing that you didn't get the job or that you feel like maybe you put in a lot of effort for this job or your interviews went really well and you're blindsided by their decision, it's probably not just a you thing. They probably had several highly qualified applicants. You were one of them, and they have just chosen to go with someone who they believe is a better fit for the position. So, with that kind of understanding and perspective, you don't want to be angry and upset with them, and you don't want to actually take it out on them. They will remember that, and they will not want to work with you, and they will recommend that other people don't work with you either. So don't burn bridges. Instead, what you can do when you get that dreaded phone call or that dreaded email is respond with graciousness. So what does that look like? Well, essentially, it's a thank you for your consideration email or note that you can verbally tell them if they've called you on the phone. First, you want to thank them for the opportunity. Thank them for their time. Thank them for giving you the opportunity to learn more about their roles, their organization, their teams, etc. Once you have thanked them for the overall experience, you can ask them for feedback. Now, this can sometimes feel daunting to do, and they may not give you a straight answer, but fingers crossed, they actually do respond with some good, helpful, constructive feedback so that you can do better in future interviews. Ask them if they have any advice for you when it comes to your interview styles or techniques. Do they have any feedback for you about how your interviews actually went? Ask them if there's anything that you can do to make yourself more competitive if this role becomes available again in the future. Asking for their advice rather than their feedback will likely give you a more helpful, constructive response than purely just asking for feedback. They might just say, we truly don't have any feedback for you. We went with someone who was just a better qualified candidate or someone who was a better fit. But if you ask for their advice, it feels like it's more them talking about themselves to you rather than them giving you critical feedback. So ask them for advice on how you might be able to improve your interview skills or be more competitive for a similar role in the future. Once you've asked them for feedback, ask them if it's okay if you stay in touch with them. Maybe request you get their email address or ask them for permission to connect with them on LinkedIn if you aren't already connected. This shows that you would like to still foster a connection and a relationship with them. And even though you are disappointed that you didn't get the job that you've applied to, you're not completely burning those bridges and there's no chance that you'll work with them again. You're keeping your options open. They may even refer you to another position that's open within their organization. And finally, ask them if they would mind keeping you in mind for future positions with their organization or their team that they believe you could be a good fit. They could potentially reach out to you and let you know that there is another vacant position in their organization that they believe you to be a good fit for. You might be one of the first applicants and you could get your foot in the door sooner than other people. They might even be able to internally refer you to the position, which could give you a leg up on other applicants as well. So by engaging in this thoughtful, genuine conversation after you've been rejected from a job, still keeps the door open with this hiring manager, with this recruiter, with this interviewer, and with this organization. You are not putting a red flag on your profile or your application if you were to apply for them again because you responded poorly or didn't respond at all in the future. Now, I've actually worked with an organization where we provided someone with this type of rejection response, which is never comfortable to do and can be really upsetting. And we never heard back from them. And that was really strange. One of the things that kind of came to mind was if our current hire didn't work out, this person was our second choice. So if the first choice didn't work out for some reason, whether it was a bad culture fit or they chose to quit early or something like that, we would potentially consider going back to our second choice and asking them if they were still interested in the position. Now, if they were in the middle of a job search, it's very possible that they would have been interested in the position again. We also could have lost out on them if they had gotten hired with another job. So, keeping those things in mind, hopefully you don't receive the dreaded rejection email or the dreaded rejection phone call. But if you do, don't get mad, get angry, or take it out on the person who's giving you this bad news. Thank them for their time and figure out ways that you can continue to stay in touch with them and make a good, positive impression on them so that if another opportunity comes along, you come to mind first. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas on this, throw them in the comments box below. I love receiving comments. I try to respond to each of them individually. And your information, your insight, your knowledge, your experiences can help other people learn and grow as well. So please leave any comments that you have with your thoughts, ideas, or experiences on this topic. And if you haven't already, please remember to go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can continue to receive life-work balance advice delivered directly to you every Sunday. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.